What is up, guys? It is Prodigy here, and today we're going to be talking all about each Prodigy math game element's worst pets. So, a long time ago, I did a video just like this. It wasn't really a long time ago. It was about a month ago, and I made a video all about the best Prodigy math game elements, and it did really well. I'm going to teach you guys now what the worst Prodigy math game elements are for the best pets. So I'm going to be giving you guys the worst pet of each element. So the worst pet for fire, worst pet for leaf, worst pet for water, worst pet for ice, and worst pet for storm. I'm going to give you one pet for each element, and they're going to be the worst of its kind. Really hope that you guys enjoy, and just let's get into it. So we're going to head into the pet book that I've got set up right in here, and I've got a bunch of pets. I actually kind of know my things in Prodigy. I've been playing for about a year and a half now, and I'm level 100 and I have been for the past 6 months, and I've caught around 155 total pets and 132 of the out of 152 of the entire pet book. So we're just going to be talking about the worst pet for each element. We're going to be starting it off with the best element in the game, and it's a really hard decision to make because I'm going to be giving you guys the worst element for the best element in the game. It's kind of confusing. I'm going to be giving you guys the worst pet for the fire element. No matter what you guys are going to say, fire is the best element. I know water is powerful against fire, but fire is powerful against leaf and ice. They're powerful against 2 elements, so 2 out of 5 chances. If you guys have a fire pet, you guys are going to be having that advantage. And then with any other pet, it's going to be 1 out of 5. So fire is a very good element. Comment down below if you guys think I should do what the best elements in the game are, and I'll just rate them. Comment down below if you guys would like to see that. So, I kind of like that idea. So the worst pet for the fire element, it's going to be quite obvious. Well, actually, sorry, no, it's not going to be obvious. And I know you guys are probably thinking like Ashlet, or maybe like, a pet like, what's its name? Miss Timber. And some of those pets are not very good considering their heart ratio. And I'm also going to be giving you guys these element-based pets off looks, because looks are a very important thing through Prodigy, and I think you guys should know about them. And if you guys have the best looks, you're going to be able to scare your opponent, and your opponent's going to be more shaky, more inclined to choose the wrong decision. So looks are a very big part of the game. So for the worst element, the worst pet for the fire element, it's going to go to the puck. The puck is obviously one of the most common fire pets in the entire game, other than Tiniger, and it's absolutely terrible. It's got 3 evolutions. Its Igneos is pretty much the same as the puck, but I would give it like a decimal point higher because the looks are actually kind of cool. But just for the puck, if you're gonna be a non-member and you can't evolve, the puck is kind of a very bad thing. You don't want to have that puck, especially if you guys are gonna be a non-member in the game. Sorry if I just got cut off there. My recording software just died off. But either way, the puck is it's not a good pet, and it's definitely the worst one for fire. You could argue for other pets like the Tiniger, but I really think the puck is bad because its commonality really adds up, as well as its looks, especially if you're not a member, and its power. It's just not good. So for the next Prodigy element's worst pet, we're gonna start and go on into the water element. It's going to definitely the worst pet for the water element. There are some hard decisions here because there's some actually pretty decent water pets, but of course there's just multiple terrible water pets. I am just gonna really have to give this pet off to the what's its name? The Funkiel. It's really, really, really popular. It even says itself that it's popular. The bright colors of a Funkiel make this creature wildly popular. This popular has two meanings. First meaning means that people like the pet. People like it. People enjoy being around it. People like it. It's their favorite. This is not the case with the Funkiel. The second meaning is that there's a lot of them. Popular and mean, it's easy to see, it's really common. That is the meaning that's describing the Funkiel right here. Its popularity is meaning like it's not common at all. You can easily find it in shipwreck. You can find it in shipwreck with your eyes closed. Okay, it's a very, very, very common pet. On top of all that, it's got a pretty decent power-hearts ratio considering it's split right down the middle. But its evasion is terrible. It misses a lot. I've done all the research, and the evasion is about 40% hit, 60% miss. So that its evasion is off the charts and terrible. It's terrible, okay? The evasion is off the charts, but when I mean off the charts, I mean it's bad. So the Funkiel is not a good pet, and I would suggest that you guys do not use it. Yeah, so it's really common, it's not a good pet, and it's just really easy to find. Its evolutions make it look a bit cooler because it just looks like a plain fish, but again, same thing with the pup. If you're not a non-member and like only 75% of you guys are not members, you guys are not going to be able to evolve it to make it look cooler. So it's a bad pet, it's common, it doesn't look cool, and it's really, its evasion's terrible. So that's going to be the worst pet for the water element. So for the next element that we're going to be talking about, we're going to be talking all about the ice element. There's a bunch of really bad ice pets. There's not many really good ones in the game, and there's so many to choose from, though there are some pretty bad ones. So the worst ice pet in the game is going to be given to the Squally. The Squally is very bad in my opinion. Squallies are known for being one of the most playful creatures you'll ever meet. Congratulations, Prodigy! You made the most fiercest, awesomest description in the game. Yeah, that is sarcasm. Yeah, it's a very, 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 very common pet. It's not good. Its power is kind of good, but considering its power, if it's just a random stray monster that you guys have not caught yet, its evasion is going to be terrible, just like the Funkiel. It's the exact same. 40% hit, 60% miss. That is terrible. More than half the time, it's gonna miss. Okay, so that's bad. The Squally is a bad pet. Again, for the third time. If you guys aren't a member, you can't make it look cool. Okay, you can't. You gotta keep it. It looks stupid and it looks just like some random ice cloud thing that's got a weird face. So yeah, Squally is not a good pet. It's got some pretty bad spells in my opinion. I've got multiple of them because I want to get all the pets in the game as many pets in the game as possible. That's why I've caught a couple of them, and I've caught them for evolutions because the evolutions are kind of cool in my opinion. But if we go ahead and look at its spells, it makes you want to puke. It's terrible. Okay, it's like a very bad pet, and it's a pet that you guys aren't going to want to use in battle, especially in the arena. So let's look at the spells. Spherical Crush, Snowing Ball, and then it's also, I've locked them so you can't see them, but I've used it in battle. So basically, spells are going to be, unlimited power, and also it's going to be downpour. They're not good. They're not good spells, and you've literally only got one freaking head-on-head attack spell, and the rest are area spells. You don't want that. Okay, you don't want that. So Squally, bad pet in my opinion. All right, so we've done fire, we've done water, and we've done ice. We're more than halfway through this video, and now we're going to be talking about plant. So plant, I think, is a very underrated Prodigy element. I think that there's some really good ones. The reason why it's so underrated is because it falls like on its face against fire, but it's actually pretty good because it's got some water spells, and it's also powerful against. It's also going to be powerful against water, and I think it's just. I think it's kind of an underrated pet. So the worst pet, in my opinion, is going to be the Bitbot, and this is the worst pet for the grass element. So the tiny Bitbot is very social and tends to stay in large groups to protect itself from predators. Well, obviously, right off the bat, you're going to know that you need to stay in large groups, so it's not a very fearsome or really good pet. It's the tiny Bitbot, too. It's tiny. It's terrible. It's so, it looks like it's so stupid looking. When it attacks, it looks like its brain is falling out of its head. The Bashbot, I mean, look at this guy. Look at this. It's looking like it's just doing something that I'm not going to want to say because I don't want to get demonetized. But it's just, it doesn't look good, okay? It looks like something I'm not going to say, but it looks terrible. And then the Batterbot, still kind of dumb. Still, it's like a bunch of bolts. I think it's not good. The looks are very bad. We've got that. So the stats for the Bitbot. Look at that! Look at that power! It's terrible! Man! I mean, look at that. It's so bad. The power for this pet is absolutely terrible. The tiny Bitbot is very social, blah, blah, blah. Look at that. It's terrible. It's a very bad pet. It's very common. You can find it in Shipwreck. You can find it in Skywatch and in Harmony Island. And you can find it a lot in Harmony Island, and you can find it so much that there's a freaking morph for it. So we immediately know it's gonna be a bad pet. It's got absolutely no power. Its evasion's not that good. The evasion's 50-50. A bit better evasion, but still no good. So there is that Bitbot. I think it's just really bad. It's not a good pet, and you should not use it. Though there are a couple good grass element pets, but yeah, just don't use the Bitbot if you choose to use grass. So for the final element, Storm, the worst storm pet that we're going to be talking about, the most terrible storm pet, it's going to be the Cog Mite. Cog Mites are known to gather around large sources of electricity, at which point they fall asleep. Academy experts call this phenomenon a slumber party. Wow, Prodigy. Very scientific. Let me repeat that last sentence. Academy experts call this phenomenon a slumber party. Man, that's so scientific. Yeah, so the Cog Mites, as you guys can see, very, very, very low power. It's not as bad as the Bitbot, but it's still not good. Only 2 evolutions. Its evolution looks terrible. The Cog Mite looks terrible. It's literally just like some kind of bolt. I think that it's just like a not fearsome pet. It's very common. Find it in Skywatch a lot, and you can use it with bounties. So it's easy to find. It's very common. I think it's a bad pet. If we look at its spells, it's gonna have 3 area spells and only 1 head-on-head at no range attack, but the rest are just area. So yeah, those are gonna be my top 5 worst Prodigy math game element pets. I'm going by each element, and I'm giving you guys the worst pet for each element. Otherwise, guys, that is going to bring me to the end of the video. I really hope that you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, though, make sure to show your support by hitting that like button. Because, hey, if you liked it, you like it. Simple as that. If you guys want to see more content just like this, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. It means the world to me. You've got no idea. Otherwise, thanks guys so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys next time. All right? Peace out.
Yo, I ain't here for the money.